story like one of your French girls. Yes. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first, well, actually fifth or fourth mastering on, canon. Because Roblox suicide, furry memes, and philosophy are all canon, not abominations against content and nature. And today, we're going to talk about how to make a Mary Sue. Because I guess a few of you have DeviantArt and are probably in some OC-based fandom. So why not? First things first, you gotta give them a backstory. It can set their motivations, their desires, their wants, their needs, their loves, their hatreds, what they're fighting for, what they're fighting against, and most importantly, get pity points out of the viewer, and in turn, the Mary Sue gets pity points out of the people she meets, and gets everything. Because, it's great having parents who love and support you, but you know what's even better? Dead parents. And you know what's even better? Even evil foster parents. And you know what's better? When you're actually the last of your race who have been killed off in a massive atrocity. For no reason except you. Because you're the chosen one. You know why you're the chosen one? Destiny said so. It might not be true, but you do it anyway because, Destiny said so. The reason why the bad guys attacked you is because Destiny said so. It's not like the bad guys just can not do it and therefore not make you into the chosen one and therefore they won't be destroyed by you. But, they've been nice to you. And, such a tragic backstory. It makes me why they haven't taken their life, because they're just a meager plaything of cruel fate, which wants nothing but the eternal suffering of an innocent child who has done nothing wrong to deserve this, but just be taught by fate to be the target of an evil who is merciless and will stop at nothing to eradicate a problem, even if they are inadvertently causing their own downfall.
I love puppies and kittens and fairies and flowers and ponies and I love everything which is all good and nice. Except Mercy, because I will freaking shag you if you ever dare touch at me and look at me weird. Because I love everything. I love trees. I love things. I love stuff and I love everything. Oh, my heart is just filled with joy when I'm slaughtering the battlefield. But I must remember the trees and the little woodland critters. Yay! Yay!
Oh my god, I'm so full of angst that, my hair is falling down and I'm literally gonna kick a puppy and, damn my hair. My hair is so depressed. Well, like me, that's why I'm going to flip off some preps. You know what I mean? I'm the hero of the story, even though I literally bombed an orphanage. And character development is a good way to make sure a character changes with their environment and certain events which happen throughout the story which may develop them for good or for worse. Because you know, you could probably have a situation where the hero fails, but, you know, your hero won't fail because they're too perfect to fail. So, you know, avoid that story arc where the hero, you know, gets all these certain feelings of anger, disappointment, stress, anxiety, all those things, because they weren't able to do a good job showing that they are human. But, you know, don't have that. Instead, just make your character really, really powerful. Make the power fantasy, the ultimate power fantasy. Enemies will slash at you, but you will slash 1,000 times harder, without mercy and with swift retribution. Even if they just give you a paper cut, because you know paper cuts are a punishable sin, only worthy of death. And, you know, just give them a sword if you're worried that they'll see through disguise, or just give them a spell, really. Just don't put any effort into it. Just give them a sword, a magical MacGuffin, and they'll be A-OK. Number 3 is powers. Powers are really cool. They can show how combat is, they can excite, you know, add a bit of imagery, a bit of charm to your combat. And not just that, it can also solve problems in a sort of clever way, if possible. But you must always remember that they must be really OP, like really OP to begin with, and super OP at the end. Because, you know, developing your powers, you know, try building them up on the ground, you might not even be able to use your powers. Or you can use your powers, but they always backfire on you. This is bad writing. You should always make sure that even if they have no training, they can use the sword properly, even if it's like big, like really heavy, and it requires years and years and years of learning for one person who has been trained in it to do, like, years. You can do it in, like, you know, just instantaneously. And of course, you can also lift boulders without even breaking a sweat, even if you have no knowledge of how to do it. Even if your mind hasn't been attuned to do it, you can do it anyway. Because power fantasy, that's the reason why powers exist. To fulfill that power fantasy. Narrative tension? What even is narrative tension? So, is it something you stick up your bottom? Because if it is, then just stick it up your bottom. If you think narrative tension is a good idea, if you want the character to succeed in the face of overwhelming odds, via ways which, you know, they have to use their powers in a massive great synergy in order to survive, or maybe even relied on their friends and family. Nah, friends and family, you should always have them, just so the person who wields this power, Mary Sue, will just, you know, you think about them, and then their powers are like God level. And speaking of gods, you should always make sure that healing in anything, if your Mary Sue does healing, don't compromise for it. Don't have them be weaker than everyone else, because they need to hold that big sword. And, you know, sacrificing your life force for everyone else, making you weaker for a certain amount of time, that's overrated, seriously. Just spew us healings like it's, I don't know, just give it out like it's free gift cards. Because, you know, everyone loves a free gift card, and everyone loves free heals. And you should really, really, really know, this is the most important thing, that everything is centered around Mary Sue. Everything. Like, everything. The story should be centered around Mary Sue. The reason everyone exists is because of Mary Sue. In fanfiction, just, make people related to Mary Sue. Every single good guy should like Mary Sue. Every single bad guy should not like Mary Sue. If you don't like a character, they should go bad in fanfiction. And make sure that they flip out of Mary Sue, saying that she's evil and bad when they turn evil and bad. Seriously. That's basic. And really know that in order to have a perfect book or novel or whatever, you must have basically just a massive description, like every single strand of hair, every single flake of skin, every single toenail should be about half the book. Half the book. Don't even bother with anything else than just having that. That should be all your effort. You should think for days upon days of what they look like, instead of, focusing on story, focusing on character. Just focus on what they're wearing. Because that is the greatest way. It's a surefire way to make sure what you're doing, anything involving literature, will succeed. And of course, one final thing. If there is any criticism, make sure that you find out where you live, go into their study, and then shank them. Because taking criticism is for absolute wussies. You should be as merciless as Mary Sue. Mary Sue, she does not care if the Emperor is pleading for his life. And nor should you. Because in the end, we all want revenge. Revenge is the finest and most pure motive in the whole history of the universe. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And remember to leave a like and subscribe and do all that stuff, notification bell. And, you know what, put down on the comment section what Mary Sue character you had, if you had any. Like, original character from a franchise, or maybe just, you tried a bit of literature and you just gave a Mary Sue character. I mean, it happened with me. I had a character for Star Wars. And yeah, really, how will you get out of it? Just talk, just show someone it, and just talk it out. And have a shred of self-realization. That's all you really need to get out of that dreaded zone of Mary Sue. That's all you need. Very simple. But just put down in the comment section if you had a Mary Sue character and tell me what they were and what thing they were from. And all that stuff.